Hey guys, it's your bro Rich here. Today in this video, I'll be talking to you all about another Need for Speed game. So I'm back with another Need for Speed gaming explanation video for you all. Today in this video, I'm still sticking with 2005. I've done Most Wanted, which took a while to upload, but got it on there, so that's good. Today in this video, I'll be talking to you all about the next game from Need for Speed. It is still from 2005, and this one is a different one. Today in this video, I'll be talking to you all about Need for Speed Carbon Own the City. So this is a little bit different to the original Carbon game, but this one's a little bit different, because this one has different platforms onto it, so it's not really on consoles, but it's only like on handheld devices. I'll explain more in proper detail. So before I start, make sure you all like the video, subscribe, comment down below what you guys think, hit the notification bell, and hit all so you are alerted when I make brand new uploads. Alright, so without any further ado, let's begin. Over 1.5 minutes, so let's get started. So, Need for Speed Carbon, or NFS Carbon. So NFS Carbon Own the City 2005. Here we go. So development is first, so let's begin. So the studios are by first one is A.K.A. Entertainment. It's spelled A.K.A. is spelled EXIENT, and then Entertainment is for the Nintendo DS. We've got Pocketeers for GBA, Game Boy Advance. Team Fusion. Team Fusion for the PSP, PlayStation Portable. and we got Tech Toy, so it's spelled TEC, and then Toy, Digital for Zeebo. Publishers EA, so publishers EA, obviously. The game engine is in-house. Next up is gameplay. Genre is racing / arcade and open world. So genre, racing, arcade, open world. So the gameplay is So gameplay, genre racing / arcade and open world. Metacritic score out of 100. So Metacritic score is out of 100, 73%. Pretty good. It's not bad. 73% is pretty good. Releases are next for the platforms are GBA, so GBA, Nintendo DS, so GBA, Nintendo DS, PSP, and so GBA, Nintendo DS, PSP, and Zeebo. The backwards compatible platforms are the Nintendo DS, 3DS, and the PS Vita. Next up we got is release dates. So for the Game Boy Advance, it was released on 2006 in North America. So North America, October 31st. So Halloween time. Say October 31st. Say in North America, October 31st. In Europe, November 3rd. Say November 3rd. And then say so Europe, November 3rd. And in Australia, November 9th. in 2006. So it's Game Boy Advance for the Nintendo DS. Same, they were released in 2006. North America for the DS, October 31st. Same Halloween time. So pretty much like for the Game Boy Advance, for the dates I just talked about for the different continents, for America, Europe, and Australia, they were also released on the same exact day, same exact month, day, and year, like the Nintendo DS was released in the same exact countries. It's pretty cool. Next up is the PSP. So PSP, so pretty much it was released the same day as both the Game Boy Advance and the Nintendo DS for both North America. So North America and Europe. However, for Australia, it was apparently released on the 1st of November. So it wasn't released on the 3rd, released on the 1st. So early November 2006 for the PSP. Dates are both the same for North America and Europe. So North America. So dates are the same as in North America, October 31st. And same in Europe, November 3rd. So November 3rd. Australia, November 1st. So North America, October 31st. Australia, November 1st. So Australia, November 1st. That's in Australia. Europe, November 3rd. Korea. So I think it was North Korea or South Korea. I think somewhere around like Korea, they were released. Excuse me. Hold on. So Game Boy Advance and Nintendo DS were released on the same exact day, month, and year. PSP, October 31st. So October 31st in North America. So North America, October 31st. Australia, November 1st. Europe, November 3rd. So Europe, November 3rd. Can't talk. Europe, November 3rd. Korea, November 20th. I think it's both for North and South Korea. Not really sure. So November 20. So in Korea, November 20th. And then in Japan was released on December 21st. So it was three days before Christmas Eve. Say 3 days before Christmas Eve. And 4 days before Christmas Day in 2006. And then in North America, North America was released. So North America was released on September 30th. September 30th, 2009 for the PSN store. And for Zebo was released on May 29th. So May 29th, 2009. Related releases are Need for Speed Carbon. So Need for Speed Carbon 2006, which I'll be doing next. So NFS Carbon, Own the City is a handheld release. So handheld release based off of Carbon. It's released for the PSP, Nintendo DS, Game Boy Advance, PSP, Nintendo DS, GBA, and Zeebo. Compared to Carbon, compared to Carbon, it greatly differs in terms of both gameplay and settings. So gameplay and settings. Next up we got is plot. So there's quite a lot on there. And then we got crews and then the vehicles. Well, doesn't really show the vehicles on there, but we got settings, and then gameplay, and then trivia, and then that'll be it. Alright. So compared to Carbon, it greatly differs in terms of both gameplay and settings. So next up is plot. The story begins with a player taking part in an illegal street race with their brother Mick. Full name was Michael Rogers, according to the tombstone, and a couple of other racers in a bid to decide who owns the city. So who owns the city? A massive car crash. A massive car crash. Crash occurs during the race that leaves the player in the hospital with amnesia and kills Mick. The city is divided into different crew. The city is divided into different crew. I can't talk. The city is divided into different. The city is divided into different crew territories. So the city is divided into different crew territories, whilst the player is in the hospital. The player wakes up. So the player wakes up to be greeted by Mick's girlfriend, Sarah, and Mick's most loyal wingman, Carter. So Carter in the hospital. They visit Mick's grave and help the player to recall their memories of the night the race took place. The player re-enters the illegal street racing scene in the city. So in the city to find who killed Mick. They compete in races to defeat crews, regain Mick's territory. Regain Mick's territory. And see if they know anything about the accident. Each different crew boss then describes what they know about the incident that killed Mick. They also enlist more people to join the player's crew. The player then races against the East Siders crew leader, Poor Boy. Poor Boy tells the player that the accident was caused by someone named Buddy, saying he came out of nowhere and caused the crash. The Crimson's crew leader. So the Crimson's crew leader, X or EX, explains to the player what he knows. So what he knows about the night of the race. So what he knows about the night of the race, and Buddy's whereabouts. But during which Sarah is seemingly caught in an explosion. The player is driven further to find out who's causing the trouble and soon confronts Buddy. Buddy reveals that he was both hired and hands the player his phone. After defeating the corpse's crew leader A.K.A, he helps out who planned the murder using Buddy's phone. As it's revealed, he's an undercover cop. So undercover cop investigating Mick's death. It's revealed that EX was the one who planned the crash, and the player goes after him with MK's police forces. They apprehend EX after he's defeated by the player. Sarah appears to tell the player Sarah appears. Sarah appears and tells the player to race her, but this is followed by her revealing the truth that the player is the one that hired EX to get rid of Mick due to Mick's monstrous personality that hurt Sarah as well as the player. EX in turn hired Buddy to crash Mick's car, which caused EX in turn hired Buddy to crash Mick's car, which caused the accident that resulted in Mick's death. It was the player's plan all along, as they promised Sarah would be freed from Mick. Sarah then hands the player Mick's watch, saying that they are different from Mick and that she's free as well as now together with the player. The crews are the Berserkers. So Berserker, there's 6 crew members. So there's the Berserkers, Corpse, Eastsiders, Crimson Crew, Megas, and Sirens. So Sirens is without the I, but is replaced with a Y. Next up we got a setting. Set in Coastal City. Not Coastal City. Set in Coast City. Sorry about that. Set in Coast City. The road network of the city is based off of Rockport, featured in Most Wanted 2005, which I recently talked about not that long ago. So Most Wanted 2005. Also, so although Coast City doesn't feature the layout of Camden Beach. So Camden Beach. Next up we got is gameplay. Carbon owned the city. So Own the City doesn't feature auto sculpt canyons or drift events. It's the first handheld NFS game to feature free roam police pursuits, and the only handheld NFS game to have an option to free roam the city. And last up is trivia, and I'll end it there. Despite being identical to the PSP release, the Zeebo release is titled Need for Speed Carbon. So Carbon, as well as sharing its box art. The music that plays during storyline cutscenes is the Police Chase. So Police Chase soundtrack from Most Wanted. Quite cool. Both the Nintendo DS, so Nintendo DS and GBA, or Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Advance, can't even say it right, releases lack free roam. So I believe it kind of doesn't have free roam, or it does, I'm not 100% sure. Anyways guys, so that's gonna wrap it up for today. If you guys like this video, like and subscribe, comment down below what you guys think, hit the notification bell, and hit all so you're alerted when I make brand new uploads. Alright, so that'll be it. I'll see you guys soon in the next video. But until then, stay safe. Stay safe. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys soon in the next video. So take care, folks. Stay safe. So take care, folks. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.